Welcome back to another episode of the Channel Fishers Podcast. Today we will be talking about a relationship that would make Britney Spears proud, because boy is it toxic. We are here to discuss a show that we were going to cover earlier, but then I got sick around the time we were originally going to cover it, so we pushed it back a little bit. It is the Amazon Prime romantic thriller miniseries 56 Days, starring Dove Cameron and Evan Georgia. Those two names don't sound familiar, but you were a child of the mid-2000s/early 2010s, you may recognize them as Liv and Maddie from Liv and Maddie and Beck from Victorious, respectively.
Also, Dove Cameron was on another show, wasn't she?
Was she on another show? She was on. I know she had like a guest appearance on Shameless. I don't think she appeared more than once on Shameless.
No, it wasn't Shameless. It was. Well, she was in the Disney Channel original movie Cloud 9.
Yeah. She was in Cloud 9. She was obviously the main protagonist in Descendant series, because she was the evil queen's daughter, or not the evil queen's daughter. She was Maleficent's daughter. She was Mal.
Yeah.
The evil queen's daughter was Sophia Carson.
Yeah, I forget that she was in Ultimate Spider-Man.
Was she in Ultimate Spider-Man?
Yeah, she was.
Oh, I know Disney did a lot of weird crossover stuff with Ultimate Spider-Man, like to the point where like I remember they had a Jesse crossover episode.
Oh yeah, that was weird.
But yeah, so we're definitely going to be talking about that today. I'm excited. It was a really good show. Definitely not something like we normally would talk about. Like I guess it's more like in the vein of like how we did with our like Knives Out episode. We'll try to make our spoiler-free section a little longer because it is a mystery, but it's probably not going to be super long. Because I do want to get into the juicy details. But before we get into all of that, of course, we're going to start the episode as we usually do by first jumping right into the news with Brian. Take it away, Brian.
All right, hello people. So sometimes on this channel, when it comes to news, I will use a smaller story to talk about a property that we haven't talked about before and highlight it. And this one is the upcoming horror film The Exorcist, directed by one Mr. Mike Flanagan. And it has a stacked cast.
Is it like the Flanagan, like the usual Flanagan like ensemble?
Well, that's the thing is just this week it was announced that like 11 of his regulars were going to be involved. Mm-hmm. But before then, the leads were already announced that were not Flanagan people. They were like bigger people.
Okay.
Like the lead character is going to be played by Scarlett Johansson.
Oh shit.
Yep. And also attached to this is Diane Lane.
Wow.
Chiwetel Ejiofor.
Nice.
Lawrence Fishburne.
Nice.
Sasha Calle, I believe that's her name. She was the other Supergirl.
Oh, the one that was in Flash.
Yeah, but also announced joining it Flanagan regulars like Raul Coley.
Yep.
Robbie.
Yep.
Hamish Linklater, which he was the replacement dean on Gen V.
Okay. Is he related to Rob Linklater or Richard Linklater? Is he related to Richard Linklater?
I don't know.
Okay, I'm just curious.
But anyway, then the groundskeeper from Hill House.
Cool.
He's gonna be in it. Carl Lumley is gonna be in it. And various other ones like Flanagan's IRL wife.
Who played
Kate Siegel.
Who played Theo, right?
Yeah, she played Theo. She played the Lady of the Lake. She's like in all of his stuff.
She was also the main protagonist in his movie Hush, wasn't it?
Yep. Which the attacker dude in that movie is also gonna be in this movie.
Oh, cool.
And then the other mainstay of the Flanagan verse, Carla Guino.
Oh, she's fucking. She's still gorgeous. I still can't believe like she's had this like just random like resurgence post Spy Kids.
I think part of that is because of Flanagan.
Yeah. Well, but like she was just at her peak hotness as Death. I don't know what it was, but it was. But yeah, like is he bringing Elliot back? Cause I thought he was really good as the dad in Hill House.
I don't think so, but that's all the people that we would know. He is also bringing back the other daughter from House of Usher as well.
Oh, cool.
Who by the way,
The
was also in Hush.
the adopted daughter.
The fitness daughter.
Ah, okay.
Like the fitness app daughter.
Yep.
Which she was also in Hush, by the way.
Oh, was she?
She was the neighbor that gets God.
Oh,
early
shit.
in the film.
Gotcha.
Yep. So he's been working with his regulars since the beginning.
No, I mean, that's how you do it. That's how you do it.
But with those people involved and Flanagan himself running things, I am excited.
Oh, yeah.
He has specifically like talked about in interviews how this isn't just a like thoughtless reboot and
It's kind of
it'll honor the franchise.
It's very much like how I feel about Guillermo del Toro's Frankenstein. Like, dude has a lot of love for it, and like no, it's not like a one-to-one adaptation, but you can tell a lot of care, love, and effort is put into it, and like you can appreciate it from that aspect. Like, I really enjoyed it.
And apparently it was confirmed that Scarlett Johansson is starring in it, but alongside a little boy that is playing her son.
Yeah, who's gonna be the one who gets possessed? Yeah, that makes
Kid
sense.
involved, and also it is rumored but not confirmed that John Leguizamo is playing an antagonist in the film.
Oh,
But yeah, that's it for the news.
yeah, no, I'm definitely
Spotlight.
definitely excited for this. Like,
Yep, we're gonna have to wait till 2027, but that just means that they're taking their time.
yeah, I'd rather people take their time than rush out a product.
Yeah, I think the next Flanagan thing that we will get to see is his Carrie remake.
Oh, nice. Wasn't there a Carrie remake with Chloe Grace Moretz?
I think there was a
Yes,
Carrie...
and Julianne Moore was Margaret White.
Ah, okay, so I was correct. I was like, I'm pretty sure there was a Carrie remake within the last 10 years.
Yeah, Carrie, out of King's work, is one of the most adapted stories.
Yeah, just the thing that is going to make this one different than all the others is that it's a miniseries
Oh, cool. That would be interesting.
for Amazon.
You know what I would have fun with? You know how they put out like Mean Girls the musical in 2025, like as a movie?
Yeah.
I would love to. It's a bad musical, but I would love to see Carrie the musical as a movie. Like,
Yeah.
it's objectively a bad musical, but I have fun with bad music. But yeah. So with that being said, now that we're done with the news and stuff, it is now time to jump into Screen Time. Screen Time is the segment of the podcast where we talk about the various rabbit holes we have found ourselves in between recording podcast episodes. That means, anything from, other TV shows and movies we've watched that we don't have time to cover right now or may cover later, or video games, manga, anime, stuff like that. I'll start because I didn't really have much. I've been busy lately, so I haven't really gotten around to much. I've mostly been catching up on anime and stuff. The same stuff I've been watching: Sentenced to Be a Hero, Strange Fate. One shared one that we all have, and this is just kind of shameless plug. By the time you see this, there'll probably be a couple episode reviews out. But the three of us did put out episode review for the first 2 episodes of Monarch: A Legacy of Monsters season 2. So definitely check that out. We really liked it. I think it started off on a very strong foot. Tony has been vindicated on his hatred for the character of Kate Rhonda.
Yeah, because she is an insufferable human being.
And the monsters look dope as fuck. So
And we gotta go back to a Skull Island monster.
but yet we still have no idea about the whereabouts of Dog. We will continue to ask.
Yeah, Legendary Pictures is still gonna deny us where Dog is. Those bastards.
And if you have no idea what we're talking about, go watch our Skull Island episode. It's in there somewhere. And I think it was last season we covered it. Yeah, it was last season, or maybe 2 seasons ago. I don't remember. It's been a long time. But yeah, that's pretty much it for me. I did check out the. I also checked out the sort of superhero video on the Infinity Gems / Stones. Wild stuff.
Didn't I tell you? Didn't I tell you, Jay?
They have been through a time. And then last but certainly not least, I want to highlight something that I kind of want to bring attention to because I'm a big fan of this. I don't really talk about comics too much on the channel anymore. I know I had that like ongoing like weekly comic review series, but then my comic pile got just so big that I just haven't been able to keep up and be able to review on a weekly series. I haven't even gotten through my entire stack. It's kind of just continuously growing into a bigger and bigger pile that I'm like slowly chipping through. But one recent thing that I did check out that I really want to highlight is the new history of the DC Universe, the Dakota Incident, which is a one-shot that is technically a part of the new history of the DC Universe miniseries, but it's not written by Wade. It's actually written by a bunch of black creators, and this incorporates the Milestone Media universe or the Dakotaverse into the DC universe proper, and they do it in a very interesting way. I will be talking full spoilers here, so if you want to experience it yourself and read it, I do highly recommend it. And you know, DC tends to vote with your wallet, like listen with your wallet. So if you loved Static as a kid from the cartoon and you want to support not only more Static comics but more black comics centered around black characters, like written by black creators, go pick this up, because otherwise they're gonna drop Milestone faster than they drop Static in the New 52.
And I actually did pick up the Dakota Incident.
Oh, nice.
Haven't read it yet because I just got home after this recording.
Yeah. Okay, cool. So
and I already told the guys off camera, but I would have picked it up because Jay did that as like a group chat homework assignment type thing, but my comic store was sold out.
I will say you can still order a copy. So like if that is the case for you guys too here at home, and your comic store does luckily happen to be sold out, they will never turn you down for ordering a copy because they're trying to make money. So ask them to order you a copy. It's $5. Like, yes, is that steep for a comic book? But it's a lot of story for your buck. And it's formatted differently from the other History of the DC Universe books. So I've talked about the history of the new history of the DC Universe before. The first 4 of those are more formatted like a textbook written by Barry Allen, chronicling the various eras of the DC Universe. But this one is more told like a conventional story. And like I said, I'm going into full spoilers here. It is told from the perspective of Amistad, aka Beacon. Now, if you don't know who Amistad is, you might be familiar with Amistad if you've watched Young Justice, because Amistad is the son of Rocket. Because if you guys do not know, Rocket, the sidekick of Icon in the Milestone universe, was actually a young mother. She had a child when she was a teenager, and so that's when she took a break from being a superhero for a bit and was not in the comic for a while. But anyway, so Amistad is now the superhero Beacon. Who he now has the anti-gravity belt that his mother used, and he is under the direct tutelage of his uncle Virgil, aka Static. So what happens is basically Amistad ends up through shenanigans getting caught in the time stream, and he ends up witnessing this incident that kind of changes the direction of the future. And basically what happens is you find out the origins of the Big Bang and all that stuff. It's very similar to before. It's very much reminiscent to how the government introduced crack into black communities, but to ruin and keep them under control. But instead of crack, it's superpowers. And so there's all that, and of course the rise of the various superheroes like Icon, Rocket, Static, Hardware, and the Blood Syndicate. And then we get to like not present day, but I would say the mid 2000s, where Lex Luthor is president, and he essentially kind of gives the people of Dakota, the heroes of Dakota, an ultimatum. It's we either make Dakota a no power zone, or basically Lex will take it over and like kind of put the people of Dakota, both civilians and heroes, under his thumb. And so in order to protect the people of Dakota, the heroes like are forced to stand down. Now that's not how it goes in Amistad's future, and so Amistad is like, what the fuck? No, that's gonna fuck it up. So eventually, so before he gets sent back, he actually talks Virgil into like present day Virgil into jumping back into the game and being the spark to reignite the hero revolution of the Dakotaverse, to actually bring superheroics back to Dakota. It's really interesting. It has a really interesting kind of take on talking about kind of that thin line with racial politics, and how how you can operate within it, and if you can truly help from the inside when you're working with a corrupt administration or institution like the U.S. government. It's very much kind of to call back to stuff that we've covered before. If you've seen stuff like Sinners, a lot of the overtones and undertones explored within works like that are definitely delved into with this, and I think it's done very well. The art is great. Again, it also highlights lesser known milestone heroes like Hardware, like Icon and Rocket. But of course, Static is the main focal point because that is the main person that most people from our generation know. And I think if you are a comic fan who does want to see like legit diversity in comics, not this grifter bullshit that people complain about on comic Twitter and comic YouTube. I mean, actual diverse comic stories where yes, their race is a factor of their character, because let's face it, your race is always going to be a factor of who you are, because that's just how the world is kind of structured.
Yeah.
So like, don't be a fucking dumbass. That's just how the world works. It's really good. It's worth your money. And it's very well put together. It's on good quality paper, which I don't really talk about too much, but I do appreciate when like comics are on the nice high gloss paper. Like it shows that they put a lot of extra effort into it, and it feels like a legit story. It's not just a thrown together, oh, I guess it's Black History Month, here you go. This feels like they really put a concerted effort to like put something out there. So like I gotta give DC their flowers when they actually do something right.
Nice.
So yeah, that's pretty much it for me. What about you, Brian?
All right, so first of all, I watched an hour-long video from a content creator called Crispy's Tavern, if you've ever heard of them.
I've heard of Crispy. Love their content.
Yep. They do multiple things involving the TTRPG world. Like they do their own actual play, but also cover like drama within the world and various different things between. But one of them is the situation with a new channel called Midmaxed, which Midmaxed is a collective channel of several pretty big content creators within the TTRPG world, and they all really, except for the DM, who's the DM, but all the players like have a common thing where it's like they're known for like weapons training and like physically knowing how to fight. So, and they've been making videos about that. And their bard, I think we've talked about him before, Jacques the Whipper. He's one of them. And they've been forever from their fans. Like once they revealed that they're into D&D and that they're all friends, they're like, hey, why don't you do a D&D actual play together? And one of the hurdles in the road is that they're from different parts of the world. One of them is even in the UK. So, it's not the easiest. So they decide, hey, we want to do this, but we want to be like full-fledged, get a warehouse, put together a full set, fly everyone in. So we're going to need some money, about 20K. That's all they're asking for. So they go to, I think it's Kickstarter, and like pledge that. This was during the holiday times in late December. So they weren't really paying attention. They launched it and then started spending time with their families. And one of them came to just out of curiosity halfway through their allotted time that they put, noticed, holy crap, this is at 100K.
Oh, shit.
And so they got together and decided, hey, we're cutting it off here. This is far more than we need, especially in this time of year. If you have extra money, go spend it to someone in need. We don't need that much money. And so then time passes and they all chronicle getting together, filming it, and then they post the first episode, which I haven't seen, but I've heard good things, like for their first outing of never doing this before. And then not even a day after it's up, not even a full day after it's up, a different, completely unconnected TTRPG YouTuber, currently known as One Shot Quester, I believe that's his name.
Yes, it is.
And the reason why I say it like that is because this dude has changed his name like 5 different times. He is most notably known for his D&D sketches, which like 90% of them either feature his character of a dumb king or his paladin of throwing it back, where the joke is the paladin took an oath to twerk.
Yep.
Which I will openly admit that before this controversy, I was actually subscribed to him, but I more joined him during the like D&D 2024 era, where him, his wife, and one of his friends were like going like class by class, talking about all the changes and like more analytical. Well, apparently his video that he came out with, I don't know the exact title, but I do know that in the thumbnail, he said something like appalling, and he goes off on this video talking about like how he can't hold his tongue back anymore, that he didn't like the mid-max first episode and it was for like stupid reasons, like the talent was too small and they were showing the backdrops too much, and like they since day one have been very transparent about where their money was spent, and he was like, you're spending too much money on the backdrops, spending too much money on the logo, you shouldn't use this camera, you should use this one, and like really stupid arguments, which I won't go into the full thing. Watch Crispy's video. But the long story short of the whole thing is that in some weird ass backwards way, this was all meant to be a job application. He wanted to appeal to them to bring him on as a producer because he could produce it better. And yeah, and it's just his things to make it better were also stupid. Like he wanted, since they all live in different areas, they like already filmed all of season 1, and he was like, want you to use the leftover money, because they had leftover money they saved for a possible season 2 and beyond, and he wanted to use that to redo season 1 how he wants to, and then you could use the previously filmed season 1 as Patreon exclusive material.
That makes no sense.
That's really dumb.
Look.
And also the cherry on top. Yeah.
Okay, so just helping you folks at home understand, peeking behind the curtain for us here a bit, the three of us, not only as co-hosts, we are also, in a technical sense, our own producers for the show, right?
Yeah.
So the three of us can agree. Not one of us has unilateral power over the others.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's always decision by committee.
Yeah, and to just think that your shit don't stink enough that your ideas, only yours, should be ever considered, that's just dumb. And a collaborative effort, no less, ridiculous.
Which Crispy, who actually has worked with this guy before, like they had to openly admit that yes, I have worked with him and interviewed him before, and kind of hinted at me that this was something that he was going to do, and I told him not to do it, and he did it anyway. So you find out that he has had to rebrand One Shot Questers. Is so good with marketing and producing that he has had to change his channel multiple times, but when he does and veers it into a different direction, you're all fans of old school YouTube. we know about how like YouTubers, especially the classic ones, like would dip their toe into vlogging or music or something else, and then they create a separate channel for that.
Yeah.
But you still keep up the old videos of that content on your main channel to like keep consistency and also as like a transition over.
Yeah.
No. Anytime he'd make a new channel,
The old ones would just get abandoned?
He'd delete them off of his main channel. He'd delete the ones that were relevant to the new channel.
Oh,
He'd
wow.
just delete them. So now his view count is like really crazy on his YouTube channel, and there's no consistency. Also, another venture point that he tried to do is, streaming services have become like the it thing now, indie streaming services.
Oh yeah, obviously.
You got like Dropout, Beacon, Two Tries.
Nebula.
He tried to, on his own, start one.
Oh Lord.
No other content creator with him, just on his own, spent, he said, an absorbent amount of money to start his own streaming service that would just be about his content. And he said that at launch had 20 consistent subscribers. 20.
That's narcissistic.
Oh my god, that is cringe as fuck, dude.
So you know what he did?
What do you do?
What did he do?
He deleted it and wiped any trace of it off of the internet.
Which is impossible to do.
Yes, well, he tried. But yeah, so also he for a while there was hiring a whole crew to help him do videos, but he had to let them go for financial reasons. So, but also the other thing that I will say about this is Sellsword Arts, which is a channel that has three of the players, the content creators for MidMax. They actually went in and made a response video to his video where they like showed their receipts, sometimes literally, and like really showed how asinine his whole argument was if we didn't know it already. And they opened up about how they felt about it and how it was a big emotional hit for them, and went on this whole thing. And they also revealed one other thing. One Shot Questers had actually previously reached out to them about a collaboration, and then One Shot Questers, ghosted them.
Well, shit.
Yeah, it was for a completely different project, but it's like, and then when he tried to respond to that, instead of taking accountability for it, he said that it was his talent manager, even though the email said his government name and said that he was One Shot Questers. A talent agent would not impersonate somebody.
Exactly.
This man is so damn dumb.
I don't think it's dumb.
My brain. No, I'm saying that because this is hurting my brain.
Yes, it is. But I think closing this, because I could go on for a long time. The Crispy video that I watched was 55 minutes. But I will just say this. That it seems like, to me, in my opinion, that what this boils down to is just jealousy.
That's what it feels like.
Yeah, I believe it.
Moving on to something completely different. Update on my Demon Slayer's journey. I have finished the entertainment arc.
Okay,
Entertainment District arc.
Cool.
Which was very interesting because it did give us like a look into what an evil version of Tanjiro and Nezuka would be.
With the brother-sister duo.
Yup. And finally got to see the Sound Hashira pop off. Oh my god.
Yeah.
I mean, he is goated, so...
Yeah, yes, he is. And he is one of those people that talks a lot of shit, but can actually back it up.
Yeah. When I was first reading the manga, I was like, oh, he's gonna get Vegeta. He's gonna get Vegeta. Oh, he didn't get Vegeta.
Nope. And matter of fact, we found out a new power of Netsuko. Said her name wrong. But anyway, she can burn away demon poison, which is so cute though, because she's doing it in her like small rest form.
Yeah, Chibi Nezuko.
Yeah, her chibi form is so cute. And to see everyone pop off in that finale, even though one of them was asleep for all of it. I mean, that's when he does his best work.
I mean, he's gotta be, well, he's either asleep or terrified to the point of unconsciousness.
Yeah, but yeah, everyone got to pop off. It was great, and then I briefly started the next arc, which is the
Sword Village, right?
Swordsman Village
Yep.
arc, which
It's a-
Tanjiro.
It's a slower arc. It's not. It's
I know.
kind of like it's a little bit of a cool off.
Yeah, but we do get to see poor Tanjiro trying to be like the decency police, where he's like, ma'am, if you don't watch out, you're gonna pop out of your short. And also the other time, she kind of flirts with him and leaves the room, and immediately after she's gone,
Oh, with
Nosebleed.
wait, Mitsuri, the love
Yeah.
love Hatsura.
yeah. And also I do like the like Mitsuri Nezuko like relationship thing, like sister thing.
I enjoy the I feel bad for Obanai. I feel bad for Obanai. Just talk to her, bro. All you gotta do is talk.
Okay, but
No, you know who Obanai is. It's the snake guy. It's the snake guy.
well, they haven't really gone into that aspect of him.
They've got like an unrequited. Well, he's got an unrequited love thing going on, and he's just too afraid to talk to her because he doesn't know how to talk to women.
I mean, he doesn't know how to talk to anybody
Well,
in general.
especially women.
Especially women, but yeah. So I'm interested to see where we go from here, and I will keep you updated. And then the last thing is, I didn't touch upon this last time, but I did last week start the new Scrubs revival, and I see what all the hype is about. It does just feel like a continuation of the original series.
Do they keep the original theme song?
Yes.
Okay.
I am midway through episode 2 now.
It's on Hulu, right? Mm-hmm. Okay, I'll have to check it out soon.
The man, the myth himself does return for this show, and they do address how problematic he is in modern times.
Oh, Todd? Todd's back?
Yep.
Oh, shit, the Todd?
Yeah, the Todd is back. Also, I haven't gotten to it yet, but I did hear that there is a janitor, but it's not.
The janitor. It's not Glenn.
Yes.
Okay.
It's a new character. And he's played by Darcy. I forgot his last name. I think he had a recurring role on Just Shoot Me and is a stand-up comedian.
Oh, cool.
But more recently claimed to fame as part of the duo of Darcy and Jer, where it chronicled his life with his husband, where he's got severe ADHD. And if you've ever heard the phrase "pop quiz for my stoner husband," that was him. He was the stoner husband. He plays the janitor.
Oh, cool. Good for him.
Yep, but yeah, those pop quizzes, though, if you were curious, is like he comes back from the store and he's taking all the stuff out of the basket, and he's like, "What did I do now?" And it's like, "You really don't know," and goes off on this whole thing, and then he has to realize that he took the basket with him. He took the basket from the store home, and he was like, "Damn, my ADHD ass just disassociated through self-checkout."
Hey,
Anyway,
I can relate to that.
that's all the stuff I've been watching.
All right, Tony, what about you? I know one of your main things is RE9, so if you want to give the folks a preview of your like overall thoughts on RE9.
I actually enjoy RE9. I think it is the perfect way to end everything with Umbrella. Like, we're done. Like, anything with Umbrella is finito. Done.
Interesting.
Because it is the requiem to bring about the end of one complete saga to another and the start of another saga. Like, everything that I will say is that Grace's parts in the game are the much better parts for like story driven stuff, which is like a 60-40 split.
And Leon's parts are just real fun gameplay.
Yeah,
like,
gameplay Leon is fun, but for like great scares and like tension
Like,
and story driven stuff, Grace.
the
all
way, the way I describe it is Grace is your traditional Resident Evil. Leon is traditional Devil May Cry.
Actually, no.
It's a lot of fun style point fucking just flash.
Okay, so here's the much better analogy. The Grace plays like RE1 in 7. RE1 is like a very traditional survival horror story. Well, with cops. Well, super cops, basically. A special police unit in a haunted mansion. Well, haunted in air quotes. And then you have Grace, an FBI analyst, just in investigating at first a hotel, then going to a hospital, and then going to Raccoon City.
Which, like,
And
side note, her boss,
I'm not
her
gonna lie
boss
to
must
you.
hate her. Her boss hates her.
No, the boss had nothing to do with it.
I'm just.
It was just they found a body related to a case that she was already looking into as an analyst. So her boss thought, let's actually just get this ball rolling.
Listen.
And when you learn everything about how deep the well is in terms of like what happened with Raccoon City, because there's more to the story than meets the eye, gents, and for the folks at home. And that's all I'm going to say right now.
Yeah, because from what I've seen so far, this poor lady, like, I don't know, you know, I found out like just all the stuff that happened with her mom, and like, you know, all that trauma associated with Raccoon City. It's it's a ride. I'm not playing it myself. I'm watching my younger brother play, but still having fun.
There is a point in the story, I will say, where it's basically Leon is actually racking up points for his own kill count at one point in the game.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like it is
like a digital score.
It is legit like a style meter type thing. That's why I said when I say traditional Devil May Cry, like, because old school Devil May Cry had that kind of like over the top kind of flash and style, and Devil May Cry it is one of the OG Capcom games. Which, fun fact, Devil May Cry was created because it was originally a tech demo for Resident Evil. So there is a connection there.
That is true.
That is why Dante looks a lot like Leon.
Yeah, and okay, and I get having one of the more popular characters in Requiem, but yes, he's a DSO agent, so he's the one that makes the most sense story-wise, but he felt like he was added on, at least to me.
That's definitely fan service, but I enjoyed it.
He had his moments of fun. I'm not gonna lie, because playing as Leon is like playing as him in RE4.
Mm-hmm.
It is just aura farming, and Leon being in his like damn near 50, still one of the hottest motherfuckers.
It's like
simping over this man.
It's like, you know, Grace is the current protagonist of like a shonen manga or like a manga series, whereas Leon is the mentor character that was the previous protagonist. So he's just kind of an old hat. This, like, you know the trope of the anime old man. Leon has officially become an anime old man.
Yeah, and it's the funniest thing because Ethan and Chris had a very similar dynamic. More so, it was more antagonistic in Village.
Because Chris was definitely more on the darker side because he was a little corrupted there.
No, he was not, because Chris wanted to be more undercover.
Mm-hmm.
Wanted to be more. He didn't want to alarm Ethan because he knew Ethan was going to do something stupid, because that's inherently in Ethan's character. He doesn't really plan things through.
You know what? That's fair.
And as a protagonist, Grace is in terms of the more modern RE protagonists, Ethan and Grace are polar opposites. And I'll get more into that in my actual review, so I'm saving that for later. But the main thing I want to talk about is, because of what we're going to be discussing today, I decided to check out one of the greatest gothic romance novels ever, that being Wuthering Heights. Specifically, a guy who is Dutch, but he has the first part of his YouTube channel called Rio. It's confusing. It's a bit of a tangled web.
Wait, is it a review of the Emily Bronte book, or was it a review of the new, like, controversial adaptation? Okay,
it's the book, because the adaptation, and also our favorite bimbo feminist, at least Brian and I's favorite bimbo feminist, talks. Where she has issues with that Wuthering Heights adaptation because
I have so many issues.
It is not like the book. It is not like the book.
You've seen it, Jay?
I did. My cousin wanted to go see it. I didn't want to talk about it, but since we're bringing it up, I'm gonna go on a bit of a rant. So here's my issue with Wuthering Heights. Right, Wuthering Heights is a good book when you realize what Wuthering Heights is. Wuthering Heights is the ultimate petty revenge story. This is homie getting his get back of these people who mistreated him and treated him like a lesser person because he was, Romani or, nebulous person of color. But most likely Romani given the context clue.
Or, in the movie, just Jacob Elordi.
Well, that's
just a white guy.
That's not my that's not even my main problem. I mean, obviously that's a problem, but that's not my main problem. My main problem with the movie is the movie plays it like a romance. It's not a romance.
Yeah.
Like, it's a revenge story. This is like it's the Count of Monte Cristo, but homie uses sex as a weapon. Like, and that's how it's supposed to be played. Yes, sex, lust, and like carnal pleasure is a big part of Wuthering Heights, but the romance is not an actual romance. Like, Heathcliff did love Catherine at a time. He did, but that bitch tossed him aside like garbage, and so he went years and years later to get his get back. He just happened to use his dick to do so. And that's what makes Wuthering Heights so fucking juicy. But like, if you play it like just an actual straightforward sexy steamy romance, it misses the point entirely because they're not actually in love.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
But this gentleman actually goes through the entire book, and I do mean the entire book, and this utter web of mess.
I mean,
is
that is
crazy.
That is what Wuthering Heights is, another utter web of mess. And also, another thing I want to just complain about with this fucking movie is it doesn't even cover the whole book. Like, it doesn't get to the good stuff. And it upsets...
Did they pull a Wicked?
No, it's not gonna have a part 2. They just cut out a big chunk.
Oh, yeah, I've heard that book fans hate the film.
I hate it.
Well, it's understandable. Okay,
Like,
so...
it's not even one of my favorites. I like it. I like it a lot. You can see why this was a lot of people credit Wuthering Heights for being one of the original originators of ship wars because
Oh yeah, but the thing that I want to point out is, my God, the treatment that others have done to you and you treat to other people is the cycle of abuse, and then it ends just beautifully.
Oh yeah,
like the prose on it, this ending is beautiful, and it's that moment where just a person just realizes, oh my God, I'm kind of done being a dick right now.
No, like it Wuthering Heights is the Harvey Dent Dark Knight quote. Heathcliff, lives long enough to see himself become the villain.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And
that's why it's like the greatest gothic romance novel to ever exist, because it's also a ghost story in top of being a petty revenge story. It's everything, and just for being Miss Bronte's only work after she passed, like that's her only contribution to literature.
Yeah, but hey, if your only contribution to literature is forever cemented in the American canon, then I feel like you did your job.
Yeah, but that's it for me, really. Just an amazing hour and 55-minute video.
I've got to check. You got to drop me a link to that. I as someone who really who loves the book.
You will enjoy this, Jay. You will enjoy this. I know that for sure. I just have to find it.
Yeah. I was like, I'm a big lit nerd, so like I love literary analysis type shit. But yeah, okay, cool. So now it is time for us to jump into our third segment, which is, of course, Trailer Talk. Trailer Talk is the segment of the podcast where our guy Brian over here puts together six brand new trailers, at least as of the release of this podcast, and puts them together in a handy dandy playlist for you lovely people here, which you can find linked down below in the description. And then this is where you will pause said video and then check those trailers out, and then once you unpause the video, we will be back via the magic of editing and give you guys our rapid fire thoughts on these trailers. And while you have the video paused, please don't forget to do all the usual YouTube things, like the video, hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell, and if you're on mobile, hit that hype button so you can spread this video all throughout the algorithm so that we can be noticed by more TV loving viewers. But until then, please enjoy this word from our non-existent sponsors. And we're back. Okay, pretty decent batch of trailers here. nothing. There were no like dead stinkers. Some I just kind of didn't care about. But
Yeah, which I think we should start with those.
okay.
Yeah.
Just get that out of the way.
Yeah. So the Handmaid's Tale one again. Don't really care.
The
I
Testaments.
Yep.
I think the concept is interesting, especially going the YA route, but yeah, it's kind of like we've been burned too much by this universe.
It's not even that. We're getting too close to living in the
Yeah.
Handmaid's Tale. So like
That's true. Yeah.
Yeah. I
That's
don't.
more of what I meant.
Yeah, when authors say, "Oh, how did you write such a dystopian world?" She actually was interviewed at one point in time, like, I just looked towards the past, and then the past is now coming back to slap us in the face.
Yep.
Yeah.
I added that last bit, but the sentiment is the same.
Not pretty much.
Yeah. And then unintentionally had a like culty double feature with Unchosen, which is a psychological thriller set in a conservative Christian cult. Follows the story of Rosie, a dutiful wife and mother who is set on a dangerous path of emancipation and sexual awakening when she has an encounter with Sam, an escaped convict.
Yeah, I've seen too much. I've seen enough cult stuff. It just didn't really do anything different to the point where I was interested. I've seen this kind of story before, so I was just like, okay, I guess.
Yeah, I added it because Christopher Eccleston and Asa Butterfield, but yeah, it did not live up to that cast. But
I still think that kid would have been a good Peter Parker. He was one of the front runners, like within Tom's era. It was between him and Tom and one other person. I forget who the third person was.
Yeah, but I will say, just so we can save the big three for last, one that I didn't expect, but I'm excited for, and that's Mike, Nick, and Alice.
Yeah, it's a really fun concept, and like it's an interesting way to use time travel that doesn't seem too like headache inducing.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's like I went back in time to stop myself from being an idiot.
Yep.
Which we've all been there, where we look back at our past self and be like, damn, I was an idiot. Mm-hmm. So to like explore that with time travel.
Also, I just like seeing Eliza Gonzalez in more stuff. She's great. If you don't remember her, she's the hot Hispanic chick from Baby Driver.
She was also in more recently Fountain of Youth.
Yeah, she was in Fountain of Youth. Yes, she was the antagonist, like who was working for the Vatican, I think.
Yeah. She was like the Electra
to Krasinski's
type.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Which I find as the goofiest concept for that entire film, to be honest with you, because that film was a fun ride, but goofy as shit.
It was, fun, but it was a fun time. I enjoyed it. But anyways,
and also seeing more James Marsden is great. Mm-hmm. I'm glad he's having a resurgence.
Yeah.
Funnily enough, thanks to Sonic, which I will say that another story that like fell through the cracks because of us taking off a week. We do finally have a voice for Amy in the live action Sonic verse.
Oh, cool.
Kristen Bell.
Oh, nice.
But anyway, so let's move on to the big three trailers.
All right. Which one do we want to go with first?
I guess let's go with the obvious one,
which
is One Piece, the final trailer.
Yeah, so it was cool. We get kind of a better look at the different effects. As I thought, Chopper seems to only be in Drum Island. All the stuff we see is all clearly on Drum Island. So yeah, he's only gonna be in that one arc.
They're just marketing the cuteness.
Yeah, I was like, what do you mean? Brian was like, oh, Chopper's gonna be in it a lot. I'm like, no, he's not. And he was like, but he did all the trailers. I was like, yeah, because he's the cutest thing ever.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Right. You don't have adorable mascot characters not be adorable mascot characters.
My man was literally created to be the mascot for merchandising purposes.
In this trailer, we also got a hint at how the action is like being upgraded.
They definitely stepped it up, and I mean, like last season, McKen, you talked about how he for season 2 he brought in his own stunt team to help up the action.
You can really tell.
Oh yeah.
Not even just him, but also with Sanji and Nami.
I mean, Sanji's actor is going like full methods for like no reason.
Yeah, he's going Henry Cavill, The Witcher.
I've been following him on his YouTube channel. He's like, I did 50,000 kicks for an entire year to play Sanji. It's wild. It's wild. That guy's dedicated to the role. I respect
He knows how to
it.
cook now.
Yeah, he does actually know how to cook, which is kind of cool.
You gotta respect that Frenchman.
He's not actually a Frenchman. So it's odd. He's French, Spanish, and something else, which is why his accent is so interesting, because it's like a metropolitan like hodgepodge.
Yeah, but the point I'm trying to get at here is that since Sanji is supposed to be
Sanji nationality wise officially is French. But the interesting thing is he actually like got a job at a Michelin restaurant to get the cooking experience. That's how he learned how to cook.
Hey, I respect that part of the grind, man.
But mad respect to that dude. We also I kind of added this in like in between because I was curious. We watched an interview with the cast as well where they talked about season 2 a little bit. I'm very curious to see where they end the series. Not this season, but just the series overall, because they said that Oda has a vision for where he wants to end the series with this cast, and I want to know where that is, because like me and Cap have constantly talked about it. It's like there's no way they're going to be able to feasibly get through the entirety of One Piece with this same cast. So
at least Oda's thinking about it.
The only person that's going to be okay is Chopper and Brook.
Yeah.
Because they're just CGI.
And of course you have what the absolute mad lad that is Oda actually did.
Yeah, he created the One Piece. The One Piece is real. If you guys don't know, that One Piece has officially outsold Superman as the best-selling comic series of all time. Which, you know,
Right as it was reaching an anniversary.
Yep, 30 years of One Piece, because One Piece came out in 1997, so it's about so next year it'll be 30 years, or it might have came out in 96 and this is the 30-year anniversary, one of those. But regardless, why that's such a huge accomplishment is because Superman had a 60-year head start.
Yeah.
And One Piece has outsold Superman, which you know, as someone who loves both Western and Eastern comics, like it's huge. I mean, like, you know, you guys to be. I'm always more of a Batman guy myself, but we haven't heard One Piece outselling Batman, now have we?
Yeah.
DC's making sure Batman's on everything. That is their eternal cash cow.
Well, see, that's the thing, is Batman over One Piece is just the quantity, because they have so many different like Batman.
That's what I'm. Yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying. DC will make sure Batman will never be outsold because Batman has so much other ancillary stuff.
Yeah, because Detective Comics, man. Detective Comics.
There's Detective Comics. There's, you know, shit. The entire, like, DC's Elseworlds line might as well be called DC Batman Elseworlds. Like,
that is crazy.
Featuring some of the other guys.
DC Elseworld is like 70-30 Batman.
Yeah, because people want to tell interesting Batman stories.
Now, granted, a good chunk of them are actually really good, so I can't hate, but, like, it is true. Batman is their eternal cash cow. But yeah, so I'm excited, man. Obviously, you know, One Piece is going to be a part of our month of guest appearances that you'll see coming up soon. Super hyped for it. I think this cast does a really good job at bringing the characters to life. Still hating on McKenyu for, like, playing too cool for School Zoro, but hopefully that'll change.
Yep. And also, you see them in interviews, they act like they have like such a similar dynamic IRL.
Oh yeah, no, they have really good chemistry.
Yeah. So it'll be interesting to see where we go from here.
I'm also happy that they actually just got all the choppers from the various languages just to voice Chopper again, because I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know how it would feel to have a different Chopper voice.
Yeah. Now, onto one that's been causing a little uproar with fans.
Okay.
I now don't know why, but lanterns.
Yeah, I'm excited, man. Like, Kyle Chandler is very, very much Hal Jordan.
Yeah.
Like, I love it. I think, you know, he'll be remembered for the plain tea flu. if you watch Sasha Casual Comics, that's like her favorite quote from Hal Jordan.
And then all the goofiness.
I think Aaron Pierre does a really good job of being the same kind of hard ass that John is known for being.
Oh yeah, indeed. And to see their back and forth is great. I've heard a lot of people talk about how they don't like how it seems like they've taken Green away from Green Lantern.
I can kind of see that, because like he was flying and we didn't see any energy field around him or anything. He just
also,
flew.
With the suit that we got a quick tease for, which it's kind of weird that it's a external suit.
Yeah, I still, as a fan, I don't know how to feel about that, because like the thing about the Green Lantern suits that are interesting is because they're constructs, that's what makes them customizable. That's why Guy has his stupid jacket instead of the, you know, normal Green Lantern jumpsuit. That's why Kyle has a unique mask. That's why Baz has a unique mask. Same with Jessica and even Joe.
Yeah. I do almost wonder if what they're gonna do.
I just hope they don't pull some Marvel bullshit and only put the costume on in like the last 2 episodes.
Which I do think that maybe what might happen, this is a theory, is to like separate the whole fact of John and Hal is John is the one who comes up with the idea that you can use the ring to make a suit, and then Hal like copies him.
That could be cool.
That's one way of going about it.
And also, don't want to go into all of them, but there are like a couple Easter eggs in that trailer for like future characters. Like
yep, they mentioned Chip.
Yep, but also the dude that's on a horse that we see, that's Black Hand.
Oh, that's William Hand. Oh shit. Huh.
They really wanted to try something different with Hand.
Also, people got to keep in mind that this is just the first trailer. We do have confirmed that Sinestro's gonna be in it.
Somewhere out there in the ether, Mark Strong is seething.
Guy is gonna be in it. We know that for a fact.
Nice.
There's a rumor that we might get Alan.
Yeah, because the speculated theory is that the whole case centers around the death of Alan Scott.
Which, that is a shame if that is the case, because we're not going to see anything with the Justice Society.
Well, given the fact that Gunn has said that this will take place in multiple different like time periods and all that, we could
still see them in their heyday.
Yeah.
True.
Which Gunn has gone on record to say that Paradise Lost is not dead.
Good.
Thank God.
Yeah, so we've got like a lot of confirmed characters that were not in the trailer. So what we saw was just like the first look. So I think judging it too harshly.
Yeah, exactly. It's like it's an opening teaser. I also can't wait to see like fucking Kilowog, man. I need to see Kilowog. He's a staple.
Yeah, I don't know if he's gonna be in this show, but
they gotta at least feature, like, have him have like a cameo or something, because like, you know, he's the drill sergeant of the Lantern Corps. Like, we gotta at least see him once. Like, I'm not saying he has to play like a recurring role, but like at least have him show up. Like, have them have a scene on Oa where he's there. You know what I mean? That's all I want. I'm not asking for like him to be a recurring character like in the animated series. I just want to see him.
I feel you.
Like if we're gonna get Chip the Squirrel Green Lantern, we need to get Kilowog. He is probably the most important alien Green Lantern outside of maybe like Tomar-Re, who, fun fact, was the Green Lantern of Krypton Sector.
Yeah, and depending on which interpretation or which version of Tomar-Re we're talking, his post or pre-crisis, his feelings on the matter are very different. Like, he just arrives there as it explodes and he is like thrown back.
Yep.
Or he is didn't make it in time.
And there's also one version where the Owens order him to not interfere because the Kryptonians are getting too powerful in advance.
Yeah.
Which is a wild concept. The Guardians of Oa are messy little blue
Oh yeah,
men.
oh yeah, those fucking
yeah.
those Smurfs are evil. Except for Ganthet. Ganthet's cool.
Ganthet's the goat. I respect that man.
I mean, case in point, before the Green Lanterns, they made the Manhunters.
Yep. So yeah, no, I still stick with it. Those Smurfs are evil, except for Ganthet and Sade. Sade's cool. Even though the Star Sapphire's a little crazy, Sade's still cool. But yeah, did we see Carol in that trailer? I think we saw Carol in that trailer as well.
Maybe.
I think we did, but
I thought the lady that was featured in there might have been Carol. No, not the police lady, obviously, but there was.
that lady was just built different. She was like,
Get the fuck out of my town. I know who you are, but I don't give a fuck. Get the fuck out of my town.
Which I think she's an OC, that character.
Yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, I'm excited. I can't wait to see how it goes down. I would love like this is just kind of a left field kind of like wishful thinking. I would love to see a cameo from Ollie. You know.
Yeah, it's just
because like this gives me like hard traveling heroes type vibes. You know.
Yeah.
Hal's old buddy just kind of pops in.
to say, hey, let's actually see what's going on here.
I'm also curious to see how they portray Hal, because Hal is like, you know, notoriously, at least ever since like post-crisis, has been like kind of like reasonable conservative poster child.
Yeah.
So I'm very curious to see how Hal is angled in that way, because like, you know, with today's climate, conservative has it always been has it kind of become a dirty word, because you know the right has kind of corrupted that shit. But like, you know, Hal is for the most part pretty reasonable guy.
Yeah, other than the time where he
Murdered the entire Green Lantern Corps.
Yeah.
And
what I heard is kind of crazy. He didn't kill anybody during that time too.
Yeah, apparently.
Because he said, "Oh, I just made sure their rings
had like a
had the malfunction, so they thought their bearers were dead until they all went to meet. Yeah, I remember. And then he sacrificed himself to restart the sun and became the Spectre.
yeah, which I am very curious to see what Gunn's gonna do with the Spectre, if they're ever actually gonna do anything with the Spectre.
DC's cosmology is super interesting. I hope they do stuff with that, because I've always thought DC's cosmology was more interesting than Marvel's.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like a major difference between, I've talked about this before, but for the folks at home, Marvel's cosmology works much like the process of writing.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas DC's cosmology
It follows
is...
it follows more Abrahamic Judeo-Christian, like, because it actually involves capital G God, aka the Presence.
Yeah, but here's the crazy thing, even with that, DC just confirms that all religions are true, so...
Yep, yeah. So Thor exists, the Amatsu no Kami exists, all of them exist.
Yeah.
The one who is the overseer for Boston Brad Dead Man is Shiva.
It's actually Ravakushna,
Ravakushna.
who is an avatar of Shiva, I believe.
But still Shiva.
Yeah.
Also, I Google it. So apparently Carol isn't officially confirmed, but the actress Laura Linney has been confirmed for the show, which, if you don't recognize her, The Big C, Ozark, The Truman Show, Love Actually, Mystic River. She's been officially cast in the show as an undisclosed role, but she is about Kyle's age.
Yeah, okay, so she's probably gonna be Carol. If she's around Kyle Chandler's age. That makes sense.
But it's not confirmed.
Speaking of Kyle, I just want to talk about that just weird period of time during the New 52 where Kyle and Carol were a thing. That was so weird.
That is bizarre. It's like your... Oh no, I have the perfect analogy for that. And it's about our boy, Johnny.
Oh yeah, when Johnny dated Felicia?
No. The messiest one, Jay.
Oh, which one? There's a lot of messy ones.
No, the messiest. Remember?
Oh, when he dated Alicia!
No,
yeah.
he didn't date Alicia.
Oh, it was
he dated Medusa.
Oh, he did date Medusa. He dated his ex's older sister, which is wild.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. Johnny, look, I know my mom gets on me for to shape my facial hair off, and I don't listen. But Johnny, or whoever's drawing the Fantastic Four, please get rid of the fucking mustache, or at least let him grow a beard, like a proper beard with it.
Yeah.
I'm tired of it. Sick and
I
tired.
don't want to see this 70s porn fusion dance trucker mustache anymore on our boy Johnny. He's disgusting.
He's not Burt Reynolds, you guys. He's not.
But anyway, to round things out, our last but not least trailer is Scary Movie 6.
I'm so excited. This feels like old school scary movie, like classic satire. It looks like a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Bringing in Anna Faris as
Yeah, as like the Laurie Strode stand-in, which I think is funny because me and Tony make fun of the new Halloween movies all the time. Evil dies tonight.
Yeah. I also found it so comical, at least in my personal opinion, I found it comical that the folks who make Scary Movie have not missed a beat.
Yeah.
When it came to writing the scripts.
Yep, it's the Wayne's it's the Wayne's family, by the way. Like Sean,
Yeah, Wayne's
Marlon.
family.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
they even got a junior in this one now.
Oh yeah. Well, Junior's been in a lot. David Wayne Jr. has been in a lot of stuff, like, and not just not just stuff that his family has made. He's really good. Spitting image of his dad. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Let's just hope not as problematic.
Let's hope not.
Yeah.
His dad was one of the reasons Lethal Weapon went down the drain, and that was a pretty decent
'cause
TV show.
It was like for a propaganda case of the week type show. It was really good, but then egos got involved.
Yeah.
Also, in an interview, Marlon like confirmed some of the main like movies that they're taking inspiration from for this one.
Okay.
I Know What You Did Last Summer, Scream, Heretic.
They actually just put out
Long-
Scream 7 like recently.
Yep.
Or
Long
Long Legs,
Get Out,
Weapon.
Nope, Weapons, and Sinners.
Yep.
Which that was a funny moment where he was like, and maybe do a little gay shit, and it's like,
Half gay shit? Why I gotta be half gay shit?
yep.
It made me think, okay, and this is like the funniest thing, at least to me, why I got the biggest chuckle was because there's this whole, I don't know if it's like part of his act or it's like legitimately like his whole personality or just who he is as a person. When that scene popped up, it just reminded me of Lil Nas X.
Oh yeah, I could see that. Well, also he was in like cowboy attire, so like that definitely kind of makes you think of Lil Nas X. But the joke that got me was when Anna Faris meets up with
I'm the Republican now.
wait, I'm a Republican now, so I'm supposed to be racist. Girl, I think all white people are racist. It's okay.
Yeah.
Oh, good God.
Yeah.
That's just like a wild thing to fucking say.
Oh, it was so good. I'm excited. I've missed Scary Movie franchise. Hopefully this means that we'll get, because like, yo, think about this. When the first superhero movie came out, all they had was like, you know, Raimi Spider-Man and shit. And like Tim Story Fantastic Four. Imagine a superhero movie today.
Yeah.
Oh my God, that would parody more Marvel stuff and
Well, obviously more Marvel stuff because Marvel just has most of the market. But like,
but throwing in a bit of DC stuff because there were DC films that were lampooned in superhero movies.
Yeah, like Superman Returns, stuff like that. Yep. But I would love if this is a success. I would love to see them do a superhero movie too.
Marlon did say like they have plans that they know exactly what movie they're doing next if this succeeds.
I'm gonna make sure to see this so that I can do my part to help this succeed.
It's not superhero movie 2. It's a sequel to another Wayans project.
Oh,
Is it disaster movie?
White Girls.
white chicks
My God, white chicks
making my way
my
downtown.
God.
Yeah, aces fast and I'm home back.
He
Terry
said that
Crews has to be back. You gotta bring back Terry Crews.
That's what he said. He said that him, his brother, and Terry are all willing to do it.
Good.
They just need to know that there's still interest in it.
Dude, White Chicks is a classic. Although, like, White Chicks is one of those movies that definitely could not be made today.
Oh no, it wouldn't be able to. Oh my god.
Yeah, and you ever see that parody that somebody put online called Black Chicks?
Oh,
Oh,
no.
no.
Oh no.
It's a poster that somebody did of, I forgot who the other person was, but it was Pete Davidson
Oh,
and somebody
God.
else.
Oh,
God.
no.
Like, why?
But-
betting money that the person who came up with that idea leans more to the right politically, right?
More than
Oh,
likely.
yeah.
But yeah, no, I'm excited. I would love to see the new superhero movie. Like, honestly, one of my favorites of their parody films that was like super underrated is Date Movie. I thought Date Movie was hilarious.
Oh yeah, dude, Allison Hannigan doesn't get enough credit for her comedy.
Yeah.
There was a parody film that I saw like when I was a teenager that made that the whole crux of it was like 300,
Oh,
but they threw in a lot
Epic
of
movie. That's Epic Movie. That's Epic
Yeah.
Movie.
epic movie.
Oh god.
Yeah,
And,
that one
Jay,
was like, what the fuck?
you know who the lead in that film was?
Who?
Once Upon a Time, Robin Hood.
Oh shit, that's funny.
And then the one that kind of captured me because I was so annoyed by it, and I was mostly captivated because they had an ending song, was Disaster Movie.
Disaster Movie is
That-
Oh.
hilarious.
Oh, you're
That-
talking about the blockbuster that starred Kim Kardashian?
Oh yeah, Kim Kardashian was in that movie.
Yeah, that whole thing. That annoyed the shit out of me. But the song at the end of that movie fucking slapped for no reason.
Oh yeah,
But yeah, so
but
Definitely
yeah,
looking-
Where it's
yeah,
bas-
people,
for the folks at home, I need you to understand where it's basically a song where one character sings, but then they're saying, but I'm fucking the next character that sings the next part in the song.
Oh yeah,
And
that's right.
Fuck you.
Yep.
And the
And-
chipmunks were at the end of it.
Oh,
It's
yeah, that's
why?
right.
Why?
And you know one other thing kind of weird about the movie? It starred Clone Wars Anakin.
oh shit, Matt Lantern.
Yeah, he was the lead in that movie.
That's funny. But yeah, again, I love the Scary Movie franchise. Especially, like, at least, you know, the golden era when the Wayne's family was actually in control of it. So I'm happy that they got it back and that they're doing it again.
Yeah, we like with most comedies, we probably won't.
Yeah, it'll probably be a screen time at the very least. Cause like
Yeah,
again, with comedies, it's all just, especially with these where it's just straight satire. It's all just recapping jokes, and that's not fun or funny to just tell somebody this a joke again. Explaining a joke makes it unfunny.
Yeah.
But still, very much looking forward to it. All right, so now it is time to start talking about mess. We are now going to be discussing our main event, which is, of course, the romantic thriller from Amazon Prime, 56 Days, starring Duff Cameron and Evan Georgia, as we mentioned earlier. But yeah, okay, spoiler-free initial thoughts. We'll start with Brian, because Brian was the last one to finish it, then we'll go to Tony, and then we'll go to me. Okay, so Brian, initial thoughts.
I gotta admit, this show, it's like, I saw some things coming, but then also some things really surprised me. It was a really fun little thriller. I knew that it was gonna be spicy, but I didn't know how spicy.
There's a fuck ton of sex in this.
It is spicier than the 50 Shades movie.
Which is hilarious if you really think about it.
Yep.
Well, also, if you look at the movie compared to the book, they really toned it down. But yeah.
Oh, on top of that, when it came to well, for this story, this show as well, since it's based off of a book, it tells its own kind of narrative, but it still makes sense at the end of the day.
And one of the interesting things that I found out about the film is you can't really talk about like how the book adapted this and changed it without going into spoilers. But
Okay, because I was saying I know nothing
in-
about the book. I didn't really do any research into the book. I just watched the show.
the book.
Oh, I've looked into a bit of the book myself. So.
The book is actually a COVID movie, COVID book.
Oh, interesting.
Like,
That's
the
the
reason
only
why-
reason for that one plot point in the book is because of COVID times.
And the person that dies in the show is a lot different from the person that died in the book, too.
Interesting.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, and on top of that, it's set in Ireland. Like, the
Interesting.
book is set in Ireland.
Interesting. But I only did a cursory glance at the book. But I really like the show. Like, it'll make you think, and it's definitely one of those shows though where like every character is flawed. But like you said, Jay, it's messy, and you're here for the mess.
And like
it was,
and like the main relationship is toxic on both sides. Like
yeah, it's
And,
toxic
like,
on both sides.
like
but I'll
no,
be damned if they don't have chemistry.
like there isn't. Oh, the chemistry's electric, but like there isn't a clear-cut victim on either side of the relationship. You know, because they're both kind of terrible people who deserve each other.
Yeah, it's mess all around.
But even like the side characters, all of them are like flawed.
I mean, I would say our like quad protagonist setup are just two
Yeah.
different flavors of toxic relationship. There's a toxic friendship
Yeah.
in the detectives, and there's a toxic romance in our like two leads.
But also, I do like the way that this was framed, where it's like, not only did we not know who the killer was, we didn't know who the victim was.
That's what intrigued me in the first place, was the fact that we also just didn't know who the victim was, and that's why I was like, oh, we got to see this because it'll put us back on
Yeah.
like our Knives Out type shit.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
here's the interesting thing that I learned: the whole drama with the officers, completely show original.
Oh, good. I think that was a good addition.
Yeah.
I personally enjoyed it.
Like a framing device.
Also,
And-
shout out to Kevin. Kevin was really trying to help them out the entire time. And eventually he's like, maybe I could be a cop. No, Kevin.
Yeah.
Nobody.
But and also,
Your moral liability.
The soundtrack was great, which included, surprisingly, a Dove Cameron cover of I think it was an Arctic Monkeys
Yep.
song, and also the cinematography was great. I loved all the like transitions that they did from
Present day
current time
to the past. Yeah, I really like that.
Yeah, so this was a nice surprise. I really liked it.
Yeah, I enjoyed it a lot. So Tony, what about you?
I mean, as I was watching the show, I looked into like doing a little bit of like interesting looks into the book, and I'll get into more when I discuss the spoilers. It's how the story is told, the way the story changed depending on where it was set, really kind of cemented how everything kind of made sense in its own way. Like there are parts of the show where logistically it wouldn't make sense because of certain circumstances, and I'll get into that more in spoilers. But overall, I really enjoyed the show. I also am very curious about the book and what the author has worked on as well.
This is one of 5 books that she's worked on, all of them standalones.
Yep. But with some like interconnection.
And also, I am glad that this was a one and done series. At first, when I first started watching it, I even told Brian, I was like, they're moving pretty slow. How are they going to cover 56 days in one season?
Well, yeah, it's because multiple episodes were multiple days, and also one other thing that I won't spoil.
Yep. But yeah, so for me, I really enjoyed it. Like, this was one of those ones that I could not put down once I started, because like I love drama and I love mess, and this is drama and mess incarnate. Also, Dove Cameron is fine as fuck. So like
we were honestly peek behind the curtain. We were just when Jay got sick and we couldn't cover it when we wanted to. We were just going to like skip it, but when Jay watched the show, he was like, "Yeah, we still need to cover this."
And also, we couldn't find anything good to fill in.
Yeah.
So you know, I'm actually kind of glad that the only option we had was that like bootleg Transformers bullshit War Machine.
Yeah, which the reviews are exactly what we thought they'd be.
Yep, cool action, but pretty hollow, all things considered.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's really good. The chemistry between the two leads though is what really sells
yeah.
it. It's so good, and it's not just because both of them are extremely attractive, but like
No.
they have these moments together where it's like, especially like towards towards the end on on Ciara's end of things, where she just has this like really kind of like contemplative moment of like, I don't even know what the fuck to do anymore.
Oh yeah, which also adversely, they have like the typical rom-com chemistry like when they first meet, and so it's like they have like the like right amount of chemistry to where at first it's cutesy, but then
it gets toxic real fast.
And the actors handle both really well.
Yep. I really like it, and they actually like do a really good job of showing the honeymoon phase into devolving into this like toxic, just really like bad for both but good for both type romance, and that's just it's just addicting to watch, and it was so good. It was so good.
Yeah.
But yeah, okay, so long story short, this does get the Channel Chaser seal of approval. So if you have not watched it and you do like yourself a little bit of toxic love, toxic romance, definitely check this out. If you are a fan of Dove Cameron or Evan Georgia, you will enjoy this as well. I really liked it. So now we'll jump into spoilers. So Tony, because you did more research into the book, I want to actually start with you because I'm curious. I want to know more stuff. So we'll start with you.
Okay. All right. So what do you want to know first?
No, go. You know what? I'll let you decide. Go for it. You have the floor.
Okay. You know what? Let's go into who actually died in the book.
Okay.
That being Oliver.
Oh, see, that's where I thought it was gonna go initially when I was watching the show. I was like, oh, Oliver's dead.
Yeah.
Because all right, so like straight up, I will say like. As someone who's made a career of dating red flags, I knew something was up when I saw that Ciara had hand tattoos. I was like, that's my alarm bells were going off like right then. As soon as I saw she had tattoos on her hand, I was like, oh nah. Every time I've come across that, that's been nothing but trouble. And I was like, oh yeah, he's gonna be the one that's dead. It's definitely gonna be him.
But also, as you said, Jay, like off camera, they were heavily like pushing towards.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, they kept like, Oliver's this killer. Oliver's a killer. Oliver's a killer. He killed that kid when he was younger.
Got such a dark side.
That's why I was like, oh, it's
angry.
That's why I was like, oh, it's gotta be Ciara.
Yep.
Yeah, but here's the interesting thing that I was surprised by.
Okay.
Because everything that was in the book originally was there.
Okay.
Even though it's like the show takes place in Boston, whereas the original story took place in Dublin, Ireland. And what I find the most interesting about the whole like circumstances of adaptation, they took a COVID locked door mystery, which he technically died the way that the victim back in his past did.
Oh, by
essentially
drowning?
drowning.
Interesting.
Yeah, because here's the discrepancy that the show has done thanks to because the book, it was straight up a drowning. Oliver drowned due to him either falling or slipping. I don't remember what it was exactly, but I do recall him actually being in the shower as the shower was going off, and Ciara essentially waterboarded him to death.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that makes sense.
Oh.
Yeah.
So that's why they put so much significance on that one scene.
Yeah.
Yeah, and but here's the unfortunate thing, though. Well, I wouldn't say unfortunate thing, but it's the why part of it doesn't work, at least the way that you would think it would be, right?
Okay.
Is the therapist being put in a bathtub of acid. Logistically, that would not work because the acid would go through the tub.
Yeah.
Breaking Bad has actually shown that.
Yeah, I would say that's what I had thought initially when they did it. I was like, wait, I was like, when they tried this in Breaking Bad, it broke the tub.
So that's a big discrepancy. They wanted to keep the locked door mystery, but keep the locked door mystery of the book, but they weren't sure of how to go about the killing, right? And the craziest thing that they came up with was like, oh, we could just do someone being dissolved in acid. And I find it very interesting that the person that they chose, because essentially they kind of redeemed Oliver by making him more innocent.
They definitely redeemed Oliver because they in the show they frame him more as a victim of the therapist, because the therapist.
Well, a victim of like all the adults in his life.
Well, yes, but like the therapist was definitely like the big one who, in terms of like post the death of Paul.
Yeah.
Right, like because the therapist kind of like he wanted to make things right with Shane and like turn himself in, confess, do all this stuff, but the therapist was like no, we don't do that, we don't, he also got him hooked onto the drugs and then all this other super unethical shit.
Yeah,
and here's the crazy thing about all these different circumstances, right? Even when the death of Paul took place, it's different compared to the show and the book.
Okay.
That event happened when those kids were actual like 12, 11, and 10.
Oh, okay.
Instead
Interesting.
of being teenagers. In the show.
Yeah, okay.
And it was shown in where it was described more like one boy was doing most of it, being Shane, than Oliver. And Oliver was just kind of
helping,
an unwilling participant in that situation. But they changed the circumstances in the show, making them teenagers, making them it's like this moment where you get so enraged that you don't realize
where Oliver kind of just blacked out because he was so angry. And it also like showed in the present day that he had a history of that. So like anger issues. So it was a good setup for that as well. Yeah.
And it was more so. And another thing that I learned about the UK, much like with Japan, they seal records of criminals that were minors.
America does that too.
Not necessarily. Like what the UK did, they did that on the level like what Japan does. Where none of that information goes anywhere. Like
because in America it's sealed, but you can get it unsealed
in
certain
circumstances.
Yeah. Whereas in Ireland and the UK, they are somewhat protected, but not completely protected. When you reach 18, you can get a new identity and a new life, but that's not going to always be helpful to you in the end, because some people will find out at some point in time, because that's what happened.
Yeah.
Someone found out where he was and decided to pursue the whole plot, and that's how Oliver died in the book. And then juxtapose that to the show, where everything was more accidental due to like.
Sierra Purpose like did actively pursue him, so
yes,
none of that was accidental.
But the death part.
Oh yeah, the death part was accidental in the show.
Yeah, that's what.
Yeah. In the show, it's portrayed as more of like a heat of the moment, like
a crime of passion.
Yeah.
Whereas in the book, it was viewed as kind of like to me, it kind of paid homage to I think it's Belle Gunness, the murder that she did. No, basically the little British girl that killed a little boy. I just can't remember her name.
I know what you're talking about. Yes.
Yeah. So at least you know what I'm talking about. Belle Gunness is a different woman. She was in America, so that's where I got myself confused. But this little girl killed a boy when she was very young, and she got to live her life after paying her time. It like the whole situation from the book reminded me of that particular case.
Interesting.
And at least on how it was presented. And the one thing that I find the most fascinating is, at least in the show, they really played with the ideas of just ramping up the mess, because it was also fairly horny in the book too. But the thing that I find interesting is that they changed the ending to such a degree where it's more of a happy ending, whereas the book.
Yeah, I would say the show ends on a happy ending.
Yeah, there is no such happy ending in the book. So there's no
does she actually get caught though? Like,
I don't recall if she did in my just research of it. I don't think she got caught, but she was the one that killed Oliver.
Okay.
But I want to preface that yes, Sierra did kill the victim, but like I said, the victim that she murdered is just through completely different circumstances.
Yeah.
Blunt force trauma with the therapist by smacking him in the back of the head
with a lamp.
Yeah. And then you have like other crazy shenanigans with the story overall, which I find very curious, but they still made it work.
Yeah.
But yeah, I really like how I guess my bad. I didn't mean to cut you off, Brian. You were next. I was just gonna say I think like just from how you described the book, I think I like the show better because I think the show does a really good job of tying everything up. You know what I mean?
I think okay. There's some aspects of that where yes, that could be the case. However, you also deal with a lot of like discrepancies where a lot of things just don't make sense if you really think about it. The bathtub thing being the more egregious one.
Yeah. No, that was definitely one that I just wrote off as like, all right, TV bullshit. I don't think they thought about that one.
Yeah.
But still, it does break immersion within the narrative where it's supposed to be like more grounded.
See, like normally that would be the case for me, but I'm so used to TV not like it's such a common trope within TV that I know that like nobody pays attention to that actually being a thing. So I kind of just wrote that off.
I mean, that's fair. We all have different things that we look for in a mystery, even though I find it funny that Jay and I are very similar people when it comes to how we like our mysteries.
Oh yeah.
But one thing I can praise the show with is how they introduce an original element to this particular book.
Oh yeah.
And
they didn't have to add the officer's whole subplot.
And that's the thing. And that's the thing that I was talking about with like how it tied everything up, because like I think the officers were especially necessary too, because like they used the officers' plots to facilitate the happy ending for Oliver and Sierra, because you know Carl planted like the drug dealer's chain like in the evidence so that the drug dealer would get framed for the therapist's murder.
Yeah.
So I was like, oh, that's the fucking that's smart.
Yeah, I think that's the most clever part of it. But the thing that, and I like that's the kind of where they wanted to change for the adaptation, on top of making a UK story, an Irish story, and making it an American story.
Also, I'm glad that Carl and Lee weren't fucking.
Oh yeah, they're just platonic life partners.
Yeah, they're just really good friends. And Carl was just like, you shouldn't be fucking this drug dealer.
Yeah.
She was fucking getting fingered in his car and everything. I was like, yo.
Yeah, I was perplexed by that like the whole time. Like, girl, really?
Like, you can't just go date somebody.
Yeah.
You should have time for that.
Like, you are an attractive. It's not like you're not an attractive lady. You are an attractive lady. Like, relax.
Which I will say that I like that they added that element, because initially you were just wondering, so he was just buying her random gifts?
Yeah, no, that was what got me at first. I was like, all right, she's buying her. I'm like, they have to be fucking, because like there's no way that she's just like, you know, looking the other way because he's buying her stuff. They're fucking. Because like they show that she's like clearly lonely, and she's making fun of Carl because Carl is out here just fucking strangers on Tinder like a normal person.
Which, that is also interesting, because the way they framed that, I felt like she was jealous, but not jealous in the fact that she wanted to be with him.
Yeah, she was just jealous that he was in a situation where he could just fuck casually.
Yeah.
Like that's why I was like, okay, so she's clearly lonely because she's hating on the fact that Carl can just, you know, have casual sex on Tinder like a normal person. Like,
although being basically having your service weapon taken from you by the girl you were fucking is just a wrong move.
Oh yeah. No, that was Carl. Carl was being mad sloppy there. Like he needed to be more careful with that shit.
Yeah, that's why not everybody in this is perfect.
Yeah, I mean,
no one is.
I mean, look, you just need to vet the people you fuck on Tinder a lot more thoroughly.
Yeah,
like I you know, back when that was a regular practice for me, I felt like I had a pretty thorough vetting process. It is no longer a regular practice for me, but it used to be.
Yeah, I think the least flawed character in this whole show,
Carl's son.
Yeah, because even the dude that had a crush on his dad, Kevin? Yeah.
Kevin was funny. Kevin Kevin also definitely aided and abetted though, because when fucking Oliver went ham on Homegirl's car, he was just like, yeah, I'll just look the other way. It's cool. Give me some money.
Oh no, I wasn't talking about Kevin. I was talking about
the gentleman that gave Oliver his job.
yeah.
The
one that had a
I thought when you said the crush on his dad, I thought we had just started talking about Carl's son. I thought you were saying that the guy had a crush on Carl because Kevin was kind of clinging to Carl. Yeah. Oh, you meant the guy who had a crush on Oliver's dad. Yeah, the uncle.
Yeah.
The uncle.
Yeah.
Well, he wasn't really an uncle. He was
Well, he's an uncle in the family friend sense. Yeah, I would say he's an uncle. I would say he's an he is an uncle because like it's the same way. It's the same way. If I have kids, I would expect them to call you two Uncle Brian and Uncle Tony.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I feel that. Yeah. So even he kind of like looked the other way as well a couple times. And,
and I also feel bad for his wife. That was fucked.
Yeah.
Damn.
That one was just circumstance. The fact that she was walking drunk.
Yeah, that was just bad luck.
Like homegirl.
But he had love for the kid until the very end. He was just like, no. He's like he defended that kid until the very end. He didn't say shit. He was solid. Oh,
and then whatchamacallit? He openly told Oliver that yes, what you're doing is a noble thing, but I wouldn't do it.
Yep.
I wouldn't do it.
And which actually like caused Oliver to wake the fuck up and be like, you know what? No, I'm just gonna bail with my hot girlfriend.
Yeah.
I also like that like Sierra got that closure with her mom at the end by being able to send that letter.
Yeah.
Which I mean, man, her mom was kind of I mean, I understand the shit her mom went through, but her mom was kind of a fucked up lady as well.
Yeah. I mean, the things that she told that little girl.
Yeah, like Megan didn't deserve all that.
Yeah.
No, she didn't. And I will say that I really liked the sister.
I like the sister as well.
Was a mess.
I like the sister as well. I legit thought the sister was gonna be the one to kill Oliver. Like,
for a brief time there, I thought maybe the sister was the dead body.
Interesting. I went down. I went down that path for a bit as well. I didn't stick with it.
But, yeah, same. Like I said, it was a brief time. But and while I do not want, like, I'm glad that this was a one and done. If they somehow did a spinoff with the sister, I'd watch that. I don't know how they would do it, but
yeah, no, like I also, again, just speaking back to the couple's chemistry, even after like they had the full confession and like Sierra revealed that she was Megan, they ended up like so cute afterwards. It's like, oh, I remember you had this. I'm like, what the fuck? How are you guys still so cute?
Yeah, and it's like the therapist comes in the middle of it, and he's just like, what the fuck?
He's like, what the fuck is going on? And I'm like, I'm with you, therapist.
Yeah, that final scene, I was kind of with the therapist mostly until the blackmail.
Yep. He took a step too far.
Mm-hmm.
Like, he could have just asked for money and then just left with his life.
Yeah.
But then he pushed it.
No, he pushed it.
Oh, man. But I definitely thought Sierra was going to kill Oliver when she had the gun. I was like,
oh, yeah.
Oh, he's going to die. He's going to die. Like, after she confessed, I was like, okay, this is it. This is where it's going to happen. And it's like, oh, no, they're in love? What do you mean they're in love? The fuck?
Yeah.
Yo, but it was
like
those were that was a twist I didn't see coming. Like her actually falling in love.
Yeah, like also the fact that they did like that whole high confession thing, and there were still like a couple episodes.
Yeah, exactly.
Just openly admitted who she is and to him. Now, granted, he's high off of his rocker.
Well, also he didn't hear any of it because he had the headphones in with the white noise because he was having a panic attack.
Yeah, and he was.
Oh.
Yeah, he didn't hear any of that. Remember, he had headphones in. That's why she confessed.
Also, on top of that, I think was also doing a bit of dissociating.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, which I give them kudos. I like how they handled that. It was very similar to
Because she also tested it before she said anything. She's like, "Can you hear me? Can you hear me?"
Yeah.
And he didn't respond, and so that's when she said all the stuff.
His dissociating, I like how they handled it. It was reminiscent of the Sunken Place.
It reminds me of Psycho.
Yeah.
Like when Norman becomes Norma. cinema.
Mm-hmm.
Like if you've ever watched like both the first two Psychos, because the second Psycho does not get enough credit. It's actually pretty good. The first two Psychos and Bates Motel. Bates Motel does a really good job of showing this. Fucking Freddie Highsmore, brilliant act.
A lot of people forget that because
Good Doctor.
Good Doctor.
Which was still a good show for the most part. If any of you people listening here were fans of my channel when I covered a lot of network TV, that was actually one of my big regular shows.
Well, I did hear that after you fell off, it kind of...
Yeah, it fell off real hard. Yeah, I heard.
Yeah, especially after they killed, what's his face?
Oh, yep.
But like the I am a doctor type thing that everyone memes on.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway, back to this show, though. I really liked it. The only thing that I really knew about the book is, the lockdown part, which I think they handled that very well, and, like, goes to, like, more show, like, how much Sierra has been, like, masterminding this whole thing.
Oh, yeah.
And, like, because if you look at the timeline, she took a couple weeks before
actually approaching him. Yeah.
Yeah.
She did a lot of good cyber stalking too. Yeah, no, it was pretty well thought out. It was pretty well thought out.
Yeah.
And like I figured that part out pretty early. I was like, oh, her brother is the like she's related to the victim of whoever he killed. Like,
yeah,
I called that pretty early.
Well, see, that's the thing though, is that was the little twist that they had holding on there. Because at first you thought that her brother was the one who
died. Yeah.
Who drowned.
Yeah, which I mean, he still technically died, but not directly. Yeah, he wasn't directly killed. He wasn't directly killed by Oliver. He was indirectly killed by Oliver because Oliver's inaction caused him to take his own life.
Well, also the therapist.
Well, yes. Well, the therapist causing Oliver to do nothing caused him to take his own life. Also, the therapist basically told him to kill himself.
Yeah. But the reason why I said Oliver is the way that he is because of multiple adults is because, like, his despondent, not there mother and his, like, very methodical but not physically there father who only cares about image.
It's really interesting because I think the diametrically opposed kind of ends that their family are on perfectly explain how Sierra and Oliver both ended up the way they are. The reason Sierra was so determined and so methodical was because she at least had that little bit of support that Oliver didn't in her sister, and that's why she was more put together and able to pull all this off, whereas Oliver was just kind of a free-falling mess who needed some kind of support, which is why I think this twist of them falling in love makes a lot of sense, because Sierra is, ironically, like, considering, like, the circumstances of, like, his first murder, a lifeline, like a life preserver for him to keep himself from drowning.
Oh, yeah. And also, the sister herself, like, having, like, all these layers, like, in that, like you were saying, the moment where they were, like, cute and remembering each other, he's like, oh, yeah, your sister sold us weed.
Yep.
It's like, oh, she probably got it from my dad.
Yep. Yeah, no, it was really
sister,
good.
Sister, he's like, I know a guy, and she's like, I do too, calls the sister. Sister knows exactly what to do.
Yep, except the fact that the bathtub would actually break.
Yeah, but like you said, it's suspension
Yeah, again,
of disbelief.
I suspended my disbelief and it was okay. But I will acknowledge Tony is correct. That I can see how that could be immersion break. Because it almost was for me. If I hadn't watched so much TV to the point where I've accepted that nobody pays attention to it unless they actively call it out, then it would have broken my immersion too. But regardless, really good show. I think now's a good time to jump into final thoughts and ratings. So we'll go back to the original order and start with Brian, then go to Tony, and then end with me.
See, the thing is I really like the show, but and minus the tub thing, I don't know if I could, like, physically hone in on negatives, but also it just feels like it's not like a...
Oh yeah, no, I totally get you. It doesn't reach that 10 standard, right?
Yeah, and I don't know if it reaches the 9 either.
Oh yeah, I'm with you. I'm not gonna give away my score, but I understand your thought process.
So I think I don't really have a good explanation for it, but but just on vibes, my instinct is saying 8.5.
I'll go ahead and say it. That's where I know it's going out of order, but that's honestly where I landed too. Mostly because of like I really enjoyed it, but because it was pretty predictable. But predictability doesn't ruin a show for me. Because it was pretty predictable and it was super easy to follow and call things. Like not many twists caught me off guard except them actually falling in love.
Yeah. Like, I did a little bit of research, and this show was, like, co-showrun by two separate people, and neither of them have, like, that much experience running TV shows, so this is, like, their first show as showrunners.
Nice.
And I have to say, for a first-time run, they did really well.
Yeah, it was really well put together. I think 8 episodes was really tight. I think, like, you know, if they had done any more, it would have overextended. I think it was the perfect length of time to give us enough clues, enough leeway to figure out the mystery. The mystery itself was set up very well.
I meant to bring this up earlier, but and I hinted at it at the non-spoilers, but I did find it kind of a little weird that it's called 56 days, which I get is the timeline, but in the flashback, we only go to like day 34.
Yeah, I think they go about halfway. It's only halfway to 56. Because I think the other half is just them escape.
Yeah, which I get timeline wise, but still.
I guess it's just not as. I guess 36 days isn't as catchy as 56 or 33.
Yeah. And like the sister said, they needed time for people to
pin it on somebody else and also to not care. Which again, I think they wouldn't have been able to pin it on anybody else if it wasn't for the officer plotline. I think if they cut the cops plotline, it would have reduced the show a little bit.
Oh, for sure.
But like because it's there and it adds so much, I'm gonna keep it at that 8.5.
I'm gonna be in the same boat as you guys. I'm gonna keep it 8.5.
Another time of consensus.
We've had a bunch of those recently, actually.
Yeah, I think that's most of season 5.
Yeah, but yeah, okay, cool. So yeah, with this is gonna be the last Just Us episode for quite a bit because we are leading into March, the rest of March, which turned out to be just a month of guest hosts. Brian, what is going to be the first of this upcoming little trio of guest month episodes, and what we'll be covering? Why don't you tell the lovely folks at home?
Next week we are grabbing a captain because we are hitting the high seas. We are covering the next season of One Piece with guest host our friend Cap.
Yep, One Piece Season 2 Into the Grand Line, the Drum Island arc. I'm excited. Well, up to the Drum Island arc. Very excited. You know, I'm a huge One Piece fan. Obviously, this is audio only, so you can't see my VTuber avatar, but if you've seen our, like, individual episode reviews, I'm pirated it out all the time, so...
Well, you can see it in the video.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Our individual episode reviews.
No, I'm saying, like, the actual video shows an image of your avatar.
Oh, yeah, right. I forgot about that. See, I always forget. I always forget about the extra elements. But yeah, I'm very excited for One Piece Season 2 for two specific reasons. Well, one specific reason, 2 words: Nico Robin. Miss All Sunday. I'm excited. I can't wait. I'm super hyped. The
cast have really been like hyping up the stunts and scale this season.
The first season was really good. It officially broke the live action curse. I hope it keeps that level of quality, and if not, exceeds it. I'm of course going to be much more critical than these two because at least Cap and I, because we are like hardcore One Piece fans, so we'll definitely be able to dissect it deeper and talk about it in more in that perspective. So definitely look forward to that. But until then, also look forward to our future, like I mentioned before, in our screen time Monarch episode reviews. Those have been fun. We will continue to do those on a weekly basis, and stay tuned because we'll be having a lot more guest episodes all throughout March. So again, look forward to that. Until next time, we'll catch you later. Peace.